Hi, today this is not going to be about my free stuff. Today's been a really weird day. It's been a bad day for me, and with this little video, I want to make people aware of a scam that's going on. So today, unfortunately, I was the victim of a thing that I'm going to call the CenturyLink phone scam. And I think other people have had this happen to them too, but I wasn't aware of it until today when it happened to me. And some of you may know that I work the third shift, 11 to 7:30 a.m. So I came home from work and I get this phone call shows up on my caller ID. It says Xcel Energy. So I answer the phone. I was about ready to go to bed, but I thought, well, what do they want? It'll be a quick 5-minute call. So I took the call. And it was a man that had a very thick Chinese accent. And he said he was from CenturyLink. And I did think that was weird that the caller ID said Xcel Energy. But then he started talking about all this stuff, and I'd been up all night and I was kind of out of it. So then I kind of forgot. And he started talking about how my modem was really old and out of date and slow, and it sucked. And they've been trying to update my modem, but my modem wouldn't accept the update. So they need my help to be able to update my modem, and they needed to be able to log in. I think they were trying to log into my computer to update my modem or something like that. I don't remember exact wording, but he had me do all these things. He had me do a speed test, which turned out to be, really slow. And then he had me do this thing where I went to this website, and then all of a sudden I got this pop-up and it lists all these different services, and it was over 100 services. And he said, those are all the services that you're supposed to be getting. And some of them say stopped and some of them say running. Well, he asked me how many said running and how many said stopped. And I told them that probably over half of them said stopped. And he goes, okay, so more than half of your services that you're paying for that you're supposed to be getting have been stopped, and they've been stopped 7 months ago. So you're not getting the service you deserve. You're a good customer. You've been paying your bill on time for years. You're paying a lot of money. You need to have all your services, and you're going to get a refund for that. And I did hear about a class action lawsuit with CenturyLink, so I just sort of thought that, it was something along those lines where they're getting in trouble for charging too much and not providing good enough service and stuff like that. And my family's always complaining about the internet being really slow. And even though I'm paying a lot of money for it, it's still not good enough and it's still slow. He also said that I would qualify for a new free modem because my modem's really old and stuff, but actually it's not. I got my modem probably about 9 months ago, and I paid a lot of money for it, and I bought it through CenturyLink. And I told him that. He goes, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but you're going to get a brand new one. And they gave me a date, an appointment for a technician to come out, and a confirmation number and everything. And when he was wanting to make the appointment, I said, do you have anything on Wednesday, which is, I guess, tomorrow now? He goes, oh, because of the holiday, nobody can come out. I'm like, what about next Wednesday? And he said, yeah, next Wednesday between 10 and noon. And I'm like, well, let me just double check my calendar. And he said, oh, you don't need to do that. And I'm like, yeah, I do, because I have work and I've got kids and I've got appointments. And so, yeah, they gave me an appointment. They gave me a confirmation number. And then they kept they had me log into this thing. It's like a rebate form. And they had me log into some kind of a thing called Team Player or something like that, where they said they needed to remote in order to update my modem. And they kept trying to update my modem, but my modem wouldn't accept the updates. They were going to connect me to their main server until I got my new modem. So then they had me fill out a rebate form. And the rebate form, first of all, they asked me, do I still have TCF Bank? And all I said was, no, it's Huntington now. And I had been paying my CenturyLink bill, which actually, for people that might not know that don't live in Minnesota, it's like a telephone internet service. I've been paying my bill with my TCF bank or been writing checks for years. So I thought, well, if they're looking at my account, that's how they knew that I had TCF because I write checks from that account. And I said, no, it's Huntington now. So they had me fill out this form. It said my name, my phone number, my email, my CenturyLink account number, the name of my bank. They didn't ask for any account numbers or anything or routing numbers. They didn't ask for Social Security. They didn't ask for credit card information, nothing like that. Just name, phone number, email address, the name of my bank, and the amount of the refund. And they said that they were going to approve me for a refund in the amount of $560. So I tried to put in, they told me to put $560. So I put the $sign and I did 560, but the zero didn't show up. I waited a few seconds. I'm like, well, I thought I did the zero, but I wasn't seeing it. So I pressed the zero again. So then the form went through and it said $5,600. So then there was also this Indian guy with a thick Indian accent that was from their so-called billing office that said, you put the extra zero. Now I just transferred an extra $5,000 into your account, and now I'm going to be in trouble, and I'm going to get fired, and I'm going to lose my job, and you have to give me the $5,000 back. The $5,040 you need to give me back. And I said, well, how am I supposed to do that? I said, can't you just cancel? He said, well, no, I can't. And he said, look at your bank account. I looked at my bank account. I logged in on my phone, and it said that I had a pending deposit, and it said unauthorized transaction in the amount of $5,600. And I said, okay, yeah, I see it. He goes, well, you got $5,040 too much. You need to return that. And I'm like, okay, just cancel it. Just cancel it, okay? We'll worry about this a different day. Just cancel the whole thing. He goes, I can't do that. And then he goes, I need you to go to the bank and use your ATM card and take out $5,000. And I said, no, I can't do that. There's a limit of $300 a day. He goes, well, then I need you to go inside the bank and get the $5,000. And I said, I can't do that. My bank is locked. I have to get an appointment to go inside the bank. The lobby is locked. And sometimes it takes a week to get an appointment. And he started talking about me going to get gift cards at like Walgreens and Hy-Vee and all this really weird stuff. And at this point, I'd been on the phone with these two guys for 3.5 hours. And I thought, I said, this is getting ridiculous. I've been on the phone for 3.5 hours. I need to go to bed. And you guys are keeping me on the phone way too long. And some of this is starting to sound suspicious. He goes, well, I need you to go to the bank. And I'm like, I worked all night. I haven't slept. I'm not going anywhere. And he goes, well, do you have a boyfriend or a husband that I can talk to? And I said, he's not here right now. He's at work. He goes, well, can you have him call me when he gets off of work? What time does he get off? And I said, oh, anywhere between 5 and 7. He goes, well, have him call me. I'm like, I don't know your name or phone number. So he said his name was John. He gave me a phone number, which seems to be an Ohio number. And then also I asked him the name of a supervisor. He said Benjamin. So I wrote that down. When you call the number, it does a weird beep and then it hangs up. And then somebody calls you back. So you called me? So anyway, it's really, really, really weird. I don't want anybody else to fall for it. I'm worried that there's still potential for him to take money out of my bank account. So I'm like losing sleep over this and really stressed out. I just don't want to see anybody else fall for this scam. And so I'm just trying to get the word out. Do not fall for it. If CenturyLink, they shouldn't have to access your computer. Just be really cautious with stuff like that. There's a lot of scams out there, and this is definitely one of them. I'm probably going to make a police report tomorrow, and I'm going to watch. The bank said to watch my account for, suspicious activity. So that they said that's all I can do. I changed my passwords. I had my kids change their passwords. They said just watch your account closely, and if anything happens, come to the bank. Come to the bank and show up and let us know, and we'll try to figure out what to do. So sorry this is long-winded, but this was a 3.5-hour ordeal that I went through, and I know that there's other people that this happened to. If this can save one person from going through this, then it's worth it. But if anybody's been through this, please comment. If you have any opinions on this of what I should do, what I shouldn't do, what I can do to make sure that they don't steal money out of my account now. Anyway, comments are welcome, and yeah, that's it. Bad day for me, and I hope everybody else is doing better than me today. Bye.